So dear students, today I will start with equations of motion using calculus method. The same equations you had already derived in ninth standard, but in that class there were only two methods. One was algebraic method in which you directly solve these equations, and second was graphical method. But now, as you are now in plus one, so there is one more method is there, that is calculus method. So in order to understand this method, you must have studied integration and differentiation. So in this method we will use both your differentiation as well as integration. And so to start with, first of all, you must remember that here in this article the motion is uniform motion. The velocity changes at uniform rate. Make it clear in your mind that a body that is traveling in uniform motion, that means that its velocity changes. No doubt its velocity is changing, but that is changing at uniform rate. That is, your body covers equal distances in equal intervals of time. So let us suppose this is the starting point, or I can take this is the observation point A. I have started my watch, so time is 0, and I have noted that the velocity of the body is u. So in the beginning at t is equal to 0, the initial velocity of the body is u. After some time t, let velocity of the body increases to v, and between t is equal to 0 to t is equal to t, the distance covered is s. So to derive the equations of motion, I will not start from A to B. Let us suppose that I will start from P to Q, such that, let us suppose at any time t, the body is at point P, and after that a very small time interval dt, the body is at point Q, and the distance covered is ds. So P to Q, time taken is dt and distance is ds. So as distance is covered in some interval of time, so we know that acceleration produced is change in velocity with the time. Acceleration as per definition is change in velocity with the time. So cross multiplying change in velocity is a acceleration into change in time. So this is small change in velocity. In order to calculate total change, you have to integrate both. Now in the beginning, initial at t is equal to 0, velocity was u, so initial velocity is u, final velocity was v, so initial to final, and for time 0 to t. Acceleration is taken outside as it is constant quantity, so integration, it will come out of the integration sign. Now differentiation and integration cancel, so it will remain v, limit from u to v. Differentiation integration cancel, it will remain with t from 0 to t. So after that we substitute the value of upper limit, that is v, minus lower limit, that is u. Here again upper limit is t minus lower limit is 0. So v minus u is a into t. So v is equal to u plus at. So this is your first equation, v is equal to u plus at. You can follow this. After that, again, what is the definition of velocity? It is change in displacement with the time. So small displacement was ds and time interval was dt. So change in displacement over time, you just cross multiply it, ds is v dt. For v, I can use in place of v, it is u plus at. So u into dt, u dt, at into dt, at dt. So this is small displacement ds. I have to calculate total displacement, so that for that I have to integrate it. Now see here, ds integration, from starting there was no displacement, and at point t At point B, the displacement was s. So 0 to s, time changes from 0 to t. Here again 0 to t, but you must note that uniform velocity taken outside. A was also constant. As constant acceleration is there, it is taken outside. Now differentiation integration cancels, remains s. Differentiation integration cancels, remain t. Limits remain as it is. For here t to the power 1, as there is no power of t, so I will consider that power of t is 1. Then use the formula of integration x to the power n. The formula is x ki n plus 1, x n plus 1 over n plus 1. So t 1 plus 1, that is 2, divided by 2. Again 2 is taken outside. T upper limit minus lower limit. 2 is taken outside. Again for t square upper limit minus lower limit. So s is ut plus 1 by 2a into t square minus 0, it is t square. So this is second equation of motion. Now in order to derive the third equation of motion, again you will use acceleration is change in velocity with time. I have multiplied it by ds and ds. You must remember this point. Now you just exchange these. Bring ds here and dv here. So when ds is taken to here, it will become ds by dt, and dv is taken this dv by ds. Now ds by dt, it is velocity. So a acceleration, ds by dt is v and dv by ds. You cross multiply it, a into ds, it is v into dv. Now a is taken outside. To find total acceleration, total displacement, just integrate it. Acceleration is taken outside. Here integration of v dv. Differentiation integration cancel, s is there, from lower to upper limit you can use. Now here v to the power 1, again the same formula, x to the power n, x n plus 1, that is 1 plus 1 2 over divided by 2. Limit is same, that is u to v. S minus 0, half is taken outside, v square is there. It will become as half upper limit v square minus lower limit u square, 2 is taken to other side. So the relation will become v square minus u square is equal to 2as, and that is your third equation of motion. So thank you for today.